Hello everyone, welcome back to today's lesson. Today we're going to go over some useful greetings. I've taken the liberty of including pictures along with the vocabulary that we'll be covering in today's lesson. Now, you'll notice that in the pictures there are Japanese characters. These are called hiragana. Now, hiragana is one of the two syllabic alphabets or syllabaries of Japanese. It's used mainly to write indigenous Japanese words and to inflect words written with kanji. I know that sooner or later you're going to want to not only speak the Japanese language, but write it as well. But since we're still beginners, I don't want you all to focus too much on the hiragana yet. Just get a feel for what these characters look like. Okay, with that out of the way, let's begin with today's lesson. Ohayo, ohayo, ohayo. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. Okay, now you may be wondering why there are two ways of saying good morning. Don't worry, I'll explain the difference. To the left, we have a simple ohayo. This is the informal way of saying good morning. You'll use this word when you're greeting people who you know on an intimate level, like family or friends, because this is a very casual way of greeting someone in the morning. As we saw in the picture, it's of a young boy waking up with his mother by his side, so we know that a casual conversation would be better suited. Next, we have that ohayo gozaimasu. Now you might have guessed it. If ohayo alone is informal, then ohayo gozaimasu is the formal way of saying good morning. You'll see gozaimasu added to many Japanese words, and what it does is it makes the word polite. You'll use ohayo gozaimasu when you're speaking to people who you do not know on an intimate level. For example, teachers. Keep in mind that gozaimasu changes the tone of the word, but it doesn't change the meaning. Both expressions mean good morning. Konnichiwa. 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 Good afternoon. Konbanwa. 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 Good evening. Sayonara. 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 Goodbye. Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. Good night. Arigatou. 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 Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Here we have that gozaimasu added at the end again. Once again, what this does is it makes the word more polite. So, arigatou alone is informal and casual, while arigatou gozaimasu is formal and therefore more polite. Sumimasen. 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 Excuse me, or I'm sorry. Iie. 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 No, or not at all. Okay, let me stop here for a moment. Sumimasen has two similar meanings depending on the situation. Let's say you wanted to get someone's attention, you would use sumimasen to mean excuse me. If you have troubled someone and you want to apologize, then you would use sumimasen to mean I'm sorry. In the illustration, we see that the young lady stepped on the gentleman's foot and she apologizes to him by saying I'm sorry. So in this scenario, sumimasen means I'm sorry. But don't forget that it can also mean excuse me, depending on the situation. Now, iie has two similar meanings as well. If someone asks you a yes or no question and you want to respond by saying no, then you would use iie. The second meaning of this word is not at all. In the illustration, the man wants to put the woman at ease by acting as if nothing would have happened. So he says to her, iie, to mean no problem or not at all. Ittekimasu. 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 I'll go and come back. Itterashai. 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 Please go and come back. Tadaima. 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 I'm home. Okaeri nasai. Okaeri nasai. Okaeri nasai. Welcome home. Itadakimasu. 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 Thank you for the meal. Gochisou sama. Gochisou sama. Gochisou sama. Thank you for the meal. Just a little note, you'll use itadakimasu before you eat, and you'll use gochisou sama after you finish with the meal. Hajimemashite, douzo yoroshiku. Hajimemashite, douzo yoroshiku. Hajimemashite, douzo yoroshiku. Just to clarify things a bit, hajimemashite means how do you do, while douzo yoroshiku means nice to meet you. Both hajimemashite and douzo yoroshiku are used when you're meeting someone for the first time. Also, these two expressions are often used together, one right after the other. Okay, my loyal students, that is the end of today's lesson. As always, remember to practice. Minna, ganbatte! Everyone, do your best.